Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Frolix here, bringing you another video on the channel. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the 10 best supercars that you guys can buy in GTA 5 online. Now, all of these cars are going to be great for performance, they're going to be great for upgrades, they're going to be great for just showing off in GTA 5, and they're all really, really nice cars. Some of them are really cheap, some of them are really expensive, and it all depends on what you guys want to buy, and everything on this list is not in order. It's just a bunch of the best supercars in GTA 5 online. So I hope you guys do go on to enjoy the video. Just before we get started, though, if you guys want me to make a video of the best sports cars in GTA 5 online, because there is a ton of them that cost a ton of money and there's a ton that cost nothing. So if you guys want me to make a video about the best sports cars you can buy in GTA 5, let's hit 500 likes on this video and I will drop that video very, very soon. Also, guys, don't forget to go and check out Digazani. The link is down below in the description. If you guys did want to get 10% off GTA 5 cash and rank packages, you guys can use code Frolix and get a 10% discount. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's get it started. So the first car we're taking a look at is the Benefactor Krieger. Now, it is $2.875 million on Legendary Motorsports. The reason why it's on this list is because it is the most expensive and one of the fastest supercars in GTA 5. There's tons of different customization options as well for this car, which I really love, and I just think it looks like a really, really nice supercar. Plus, it has great acceleration, it has great speed, and that's probably why it is the most expensive car on Legendary Motorsports, because it is just the full package. Of course, it is very expensive, so if you guys were thinking about buying this car, maybe I would wait until it goes on sale like a lot of other cars do in this game, but that's why it's on this list, and let's hop into the next one. So the next car on this list is going to be the Pegasi Tesseract, and it is $2.825 million, $50,000 cheaper than the Krieger. Now, I do like this car, but there is one big flaw I do see with it, and that is that it is electric. Now, if you guys don't know about electric cars, even in real life, I believe they do have a set top speed, so that means pretty much when they hit that top speed, they just stick at that top speed and can't really go much faster. So this car does hit its top speed fairly quickly because it has one of the best accelerations in the entire game. I'm not sure if it is the best or not, but if you've never tested it out before, imagine you're just driving and it just shoots up to the top speed pretty much in like 5 seconds or so. So it's definitely very useful for that in terms of acceleration. You can definitely get a huge head start in races. Now, that's not the only cool thing about this car. If you guys take a look at the windshield, barely any supercars actually have tinted windshields, and this car does. Now, I really like that specifically because the windshields just don't have any tint, and it kind of makes the car look a little weird. I really like windshields that are completely blacked out, especially in real life as well, so having one in this game definitely looks really cool, and that's why this car is on this list. So if you guys are thinking about purchasing it, I would definitely wait until it's on sale because it is fairly expensive as well, but let's hop into the next car. So next up on this list is going to be the Progen Hermes. Now, this car is also fairly expensive, coming in at $2.75 million, and was just recently the Lucky Wheel podium vehicle, which I really liked, and I did win that vehicle as well. If you guys did want to win it or just win any podium vehicle, down below in the description is a link to how to win the car on the Lucky Wheel. It's very simple, it's a really easy method as well. Now, this car looks really cool. I love all the livery options for it and all of the other upgrades. The one downside I do see about this car, though, is you can't actually change the suspension, so it looks a little bit high off the ground, which does look a little bit weird, but it's really not that big of a deal because it's such a fast car. It has great handling, which is why, of course, it is the third most expensive supercar in GTA 5 online. So it's obviously very, very good for racing. It's great for just all around everything pretty much. This car, the Krieger and the Tesseract, are some of the best supercars in GTA 5. I would have to rank them probably like the Krieger, then the Hermes, then the Tesseract, mainly because the Tesseract has a set top speed, but this car is obviously still very, very good. You get a lot for what you're paying for, and it's definitely worth every single penny when you guys are purchasing this car. Like I always say, though, if it is a very expensive car like this one, I definitely suggest waiting until it's discounted, which should be in the near future. So the next vehicle on this list is going to be the Grotti Visone. Now, this car is $2.25 million, and it's one of my favorite supercars in GTA 5. Main reason for that is because it has custom tires specifically for this vehicle. Now, I know there's a lot of Benny's merge glitches and everything. I believe you actually could transfer these rims to a different car, which I think would look really, really awesome if you can do that. Let me know down below in the comments section if you guys can. But this car is just awesome. It has a great top speed, great handling. It looks really, really cool. I love the liveries on it, especially just the basic Italy one. I think it looks really, really cool with pretty much any color combination as well. And just the whole feel of the car, it handles really well. It has a pretty decent speed. Of course, it's not as fast as some of the other cars we're going to be going through in this video, but it is still an amazing supercar, and I believe it does top out at around 140. If you look on the speedometer in first person, you guys can see there's pretty much two different levels. Some supercars can only reach 120, 120, and then most other ones can only reach 140, and there's some that can actually reach up to 160 on the speedometer when you are watching it in first person. So this car, I believe, can reach around 140, so obviously that's a pretty decent speed, and $2.25 million isn't really that much money, but I do think it's a really nice car, and if you guys were considering buying it, I would definitely suggest you guys buy it. So the next vehicle is going to be the Dubashi Wagner. Now this vehicle is only $1.5 million, and it's probably one of the best all-around supercars you can buy. A couple years ago, it was the best supercar in GTA 5. It had the best top speed, it had the best handling, best performance, literally everything was awesome about this car. Now there's obviously cars that are much faster than it, but it doesn't mean that this is a terrible car. There's still some cars that are way more expensive than this car, but actually perform a lot worse in terms of just handling. But in terms of speed though, other cars can outperform this pretty easily. But like I said earlier, this car is great for just an all-around supercar. It has tons of different upgrade options which you guys can take a look at when you're in the custom shop, and I do think it looks really cool as well. It's definitely a great starter car if you're looking to get into racing in GTA 5, especially since there's a new racing DLC hopefully coming out this Thursday with the Formula 1 cars. But obviously you guys are going to buy the Formula 1 cars, and obviously not a supercar for that. But when it comes down to it, the Wagner is obviously another great car. For only $1.5 million, it's also a steal. So if you were thinking about buying it, definitely purchase it, because it is definitely worth your money if you were thinking about using this in races. So next up on this list is probably the cheapest supercar we're going to be going over today, and this is the 811. Now this is obviously a Porsche in real life, and it is honestly an amazing car. It's one of the fastest cars in GTA 5, and it's only $1.1 million. So that's definitely a steal for you guys. It has an amazing top speed, of course, since it is such a fast car. That's why it's one of the fastest ones in GTA 5. It has great handling, and it looks really nice when it is fully upgraded as well. It looks great with black rims and black window tint, and I think it's just a really nice car that you guys can purchase in this game, especially since it's only $1.1 million. It's definitely one of the cheapest supercars you can get that is actually going to be worth every single penny, considering it is one of the fastest cars in the game. So if you were thinking about purchasing this car, I would definitely suggest you guys buy it, mainly because it's just such a great car and it's such a cheap price. So it's definitely worth it for you guys to buy, and I would definitely consider buying this car as well. So the next vehicle we're going to be talking about is the Truffade Nero. Now, of course, this is one of the many Bugattis that have been added to GTA 5 Online. It only costs $1.4 million to purchase, and then a couple $100,000 to upgrade it to the Nero Custom. Now, the reason why I think this is such a great supercar is because it's one of the best Bugattis in this game. Now, I know there's a lot of them. There's like the Adder, there's obviously the Thrax, there's the Nero, and then of course the Nero Custom. And I believe this one is actually one of the fastest ones that they've added so far. And even in stunt races and races that I play, it is one of the fastest ones that you guys can use. It has great handling, and one other amazing thing is it has tons and tons of upgrade options, which is another huge upside, because I personally love upgrading cars in this game, and this one has just so many upgrades. It just makes the game a lot more fun, so it's definitely fun to upgrade it. Of course, it does probably cost a lot. I believe it's going to be around an extra $500K minimum to fully upgrade this car, probably more than that in reality, but it's definitely worth your money if you were thinking about buying it, because it looks really cool. And if you really didn't want to upgrade it, you can always transfer mods over from a different vehicle doing the Benny's merge glitch. But anyways, it's definitely another awesome car that you guys should think about buying, and let's hop into the next one. So the next vehicle is going to be the Principe Devesti 8. Now this car is $1.7 million, and it's actually on sale right now as I'm making this video for $1.16 million, which is honestly a pretty good price. Now if you guys don't know what this car is, it's based off of the Devil 16 in real life, hence the name Devesti 8. You know, Devil 16, it's literally just half of that. Anyways, whatever. But pretty much, it's a really cool car. It looks really awesome. There's a bunch of really cool upgrades that you've probably never seen before on any other cars, which I really liked. Just one example is going to be just the turbojet things on the back of this, which I guess is the exhaust. You can actually change the colors of them to make them gold, platinum, and I think it looks really cool. It's definitely something I like that Rockstar implemented into this game, and it's not really that expensive either. It's a pretty cheap car. The only downside that I actually see about this car is that it's just such a long car, and I really am not a huge fan of that, just because it makes it a lot harder to turn and handle. It doesn't mean it's a bad car whatsoever, but I just think maybe if it was a little bit smaller, it would look a little bit nicer. I think it's just a little bit too long, but honestly, it still looks like a really nice car. It performs well, it handles well still, even though it has such a long body frame. It is still a very nice car, and it's pretty cheap as well for only $1.7 million, especially since you're getting a lot of stuff with this vehicle. So I would definitely consider buying this one as well. So guys, the next car on this list is going to be the Pegassi Tempesta. Now this car is $1.3 million and it's one of the best Lamborghinis that you guys can get in GTA 5. Of course, there's a couple other ones like the Reaper and there's a few other ones as well, but I personally like the Tempesta the best because I think it looks really cool. I believe it is based off of a Huracan in real life. It's a very, very fast car you can use, especially when it's fully upgraded and you use it in races. You will be flying down the track in this car, and luckily it's only $1.3 million, which a couple years ago would sound like a lot, but nowadays anything under $2 million is honestly a steal, especially if it's very, very good when it comes to performance, which this car is. So that's obviously another awesome thing about buying this car, and I would honestly suggest purchasing it. There's a lot of cool upgrades, nothing really that stands out compared to many other cars, but there are of course a few pretty cool upgrades that you guys can take a look at when you do upgrade this car. But anyways, it's definitely another car that I think you guys should consider buying because it is just honestly worth every single penny. So guys, for the final car we're going to be talking about today is the Grody Fira. Now you guys can actually purchase this car with a trade price for $2 million, and if you don't want to do that, it's $2.7 million to buy it now. So pretty much it's $2 million bucks. I really love this car because it just looks really, really awesome. I've used it so many times before. Doing a Benny's merge with this as well, putting Benny's rims on it looks really, really cool. I love all of the livery options for it as well, and it's just all around a really, really nice car. It's very fast as well. You can win a ton of races with it, and it's just like the perfect car to use in GTA 5. I'm not 100% sure which Ferrari this is based off of. If you guys do know, drop it down below in the comment section, but it is definitely another really, really nice car. One of my personal favorites, like I did say. So if you guys were thinking about buying it, I honestly think it is worth it. It is just a really, really good supercar. But anyways, that's going to conclude today's video. If you guys did make it all the way to the end of it, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe if you are new and you want to see more GTA 5 content like this. Don't forget, guys, to everybody that made it to the end of the video, we're doing a live stream very soon, giving away a $100 gift card for GTA 5, PSN or Xbox, whatever you're on, doesn't really matter. And it's going to be in the next live stream I'm doing in a couple of days when the Formula 1 cars are released. Hopefully they are released this week, because if they're not, that's going to suck. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the whole video. Like I said, 500 likes, and then we will upload a video about the best sports cars in GTA 5. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.